and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a scorching hot day here in the UK. Yeah, it is red hot outside, and unfortunately I've had to close windows, doors and everything in here just, well, not to get outdoor noise, kids playing loudly, that stuff. Anyway, I've had this sat in my cupboard / on the wall up there for a long time. Not too long. It's well within its kind of expiration period, because it is a sour and that means it lasts quite a long time. I bought this back in April and the weather wasn't very good then, so I was like, I don't really fancy this, but now it's red hot and it is time to do it. So it's from Vocation, it's called Twisted Sour, and it is a Valencia and blood orange sour. And it is so, I just can't wait to get into this. So let's get straight into it. First, here is a quick look at the can. I can smell the sour twang already. Now visually, that looks a bit like a lager, doesn't it? It's just called a sour. It doesn't, it's not a sour IPA. It's just a sour. Yeah, getting hits and wafts of orange on the nose. That's as you would imagine. I mean, just orange, blood orange. I mean, when it comes in beer form, are you really going to be able to tell the difference? The answer for me personally is no. It's a very full-bodied orange rather than a hint of. So maybe that's where that kind of interpretation comes from. It doesn't smell of a whole lot deal. It's well carbonated. The carbonation's settling down in this glass. This glass actually isn't a the word I always forget. The bits on the bottom of the lager glass. Anyway, whatever that term is. Yeah, it's not got those. So the carbonation is probably going to remain in the beer and a bit kind of heavier in the mouth. It's not coming up through the glass all that much, but there are a few bits. It's a slightly murky. It's not hazy. Just not clear either. It's just got a bit of murk to it. I'm really struggling to pick anything out other than orange. It's the fizziness. It gives it a bit of a fruity kind of rosé wine kind of go. Oh, hold on. I just got a bit of something that made it reminiscent of beer, but it wasn't truly anything obvious. There might be a bit of hoppy bitterness in there, but really not anything striking out. So let's get into it. Cheers. Wow! Oh, that's sour. Oh, I think from how orangey and sweet it smelled on the nose, through to the fact it looked like a lager, I thought this was going to be a bit of a half-effort sour, if you know what I mean. Which isn't a bad thing, by the way. I quite like those kind of semi-sour beer styles, and I thought this is what it was going to be. Especially given also that this, I think, was a supermarket buy. But it's been a while since I got it, so I can't quite say that for certain, but I think this was from Morrison's a while back. I'm not sure they still have it. Second time round's not as bad. Initially though, proper taste bud tickler this. Behind the lights behind me, I think coming across on camera it's probably not looking quite obvious, but here in person it's kind of yellow, orange and blue as per the can design, which also happens to nicely match up with the Gulf sign in the top corner over there, although it might be too dark to see, but I'll see if I can pull that out in the edit. If you're wondering why that is, which you probably would, it's probably really obvious. Anyway, back to the beer. That's nice. That's nice. A bit of a question still remains, is it beer? I mean, of course it is beer, but does it have enough beer traits to make you go, that's a sour beer and that's not a sour sweet alcoholic beverage? Not sure yet. It's certainly not the most sickly sweet thing. Real tart bitterness. Right, quick top to bottom taste profile and then we'll take a look at the can. Initially, a little bit of sweet and sour dancing over the front of the tongue. It goes, it's cliched sweet and sour, but like Chinese sweet and sour sauce, that kind of just nice blend of the two, kind of tickling the front of the tongue, tempting you in a bit. and then you get a big explosion of orange flavour. It's sweet. Is it blood orange? It's full-bodied though, so maybe again, as it was on the aroma. And there's a big load of carbonation that goes with it. Really shakes the flavours around your mouth. And then, as soon as you think the swallow's finished, it's gone. Right in the middle of the tongue, weirdly, it's a delayed reaction kind of thing. You get that of, that was a good sound effect. You get that big hit of sourness that just makes your taste buds go, tickles right, you know, in the back of the neck. Then there's a bit more carbonation to finish. You're left with just a nice sweet orange flavour. And on subsequent goes, the sourness diminishes each and every time. Right, before we drink that all too quickly, quick look at the can. Vocation established MMXV 2015. Twisted sour, Valencia blood orange sour, just on their established thing. I'm fairly confident, this assumes I did the research on the right brewery a long time ago, that wasn't for this video, that the founder of Vocation was one of the founders of Blue Monkey. This guy. I think they sold their share in it and went off to pastures new with Vocation. If they want to do some slightly more modern beers, I can understand why that is, because Blue Monkey is quite traditional, but I'm not slating for that because it's one of my favourite breweries. So yeah, interesting little bit of local trivia there. But Vocation isn't Nottingham, Blue Monkey is. I think they went back home to make Vocation wherever that is. I feel like it's Yorkshire, but I'm not entirely certain. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute. Vocation Twisted Sour, Valencia and Blood Orange Sour. This is our superb, crisp, teasing Twitch taste of summer. Yeah, it is. Gently kettle soured to complement and enhance citrus notes of Valencia and Blood Oranges. It's summer in a can. Absolutely is. This beer is unpasteurised and unfiltered, may contain sediment. It may, but there's none in there. Very clear. Oh, this is interesting. Ingredients: water, malted barley, wheat, Valencia orange, blood orange, hops and yeast. Okay, so it has legitimately got those things in it, which is great. Malt is extra pale than wheat, as, yeah, that's fair enough. That explains why it's a little hazy with the wheat. Hops. Anyone who's seen this channel before knows what I'm going to say now. It's got Citra in it. It's not a very hoppy beer though, so it's not giving me an instant headache or anything like that. It's actually quite nice. It goes to prove that it's not so much about what hop it is. Well, it is about what hop it is, but with me, apparently with Citra, it's not so much about it having Citra in it as opposed to when the Citra is used. I suspect it's when it's dry hopped at the end that I really start to detest it. In this, in small amounts, which I think it is, no, it's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. It's 4.5%, 440ml can. Brewed and canned, Vocation Brewery, Hebden Bridge, HX. Ah, Hexham. Okay, so it's not Yorkshire, it's Northumberland. Is that side? That's Northumberland, isn't it? Just in from Newcastle. Yeah, I was a bit, didn't push far enough. Near the border, near the Scottish border. Designed by robotfood.com. I assume that's the can design. Maybe they designed the beer, I don't know. It doesn't say, it just says designed by robotfood.com. And that is all it says. I've just done a belch, which will probably be edited out of this, but I got hop then. That's when it came in. It wasn't discernibly Citra, fortunately, but I just got a bit of hop flavour on the repeat, which, you know, it's fine. Just goes to show that there is some reminiscence, really, of this still being beer in the experience, even if it's not directly in the taste. What's interesting is when you put it down for a minute, that sourness comes straight back. Comes straight back. The aromas haven't changed at all. I mean, it's half of them, so it's just orange, mate. It's just orange, orange, orange. And I think it's just the alcohol mixed with the fruit, mixed with the carbonation, gives you a bit of a kind of a fruity rosé wine vibe on the nose. But it's not strong. It's just reminding me, reminiscent of that. That's solid. That's all right. You know what? On a hot day like this, I'm more than happy to drink that, despite the addition of the Citra hop. It's not groundbreaking. It doesn't balance especially, well, you can't get any malts out of it. The hops are pretty difficult to find, if I'm honest, but they are there, and they are probably merging in with that orange citrus vibe altogether, to be honest. They're probably hidden in plain sight a little bit. So it's not the best sour beer I've had, but it is delicious. It is properly good. So yeah, for a hot summer's day, if you can get one, go do it, go do it. Why on earth this was for sale in April? I'm pretty sure it was April. I've got no idea. This needs to be out now, and yeah, you'd have a great day supping that in a beer garden, especially at 4.5% or whatever it is. Yeah, bang on. I think that's my first Vocation beer on the channel, actually, which is interesting. But yeah, thumbs up. I mean, I approve. I like it. I'm going to finish this happily. I'm going to end the video there so I can open all these windows and doors and stuff, because I've got a live in like an hour, and it's warm in here. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like if you haven't already subscribed, if you will be so kind, and I'll catch you next time / in an hour and a bit's time on the live if you're there, which actually you won't be, because that's today and this won't go out for like 3 days, but maybe I'll be doing it live on the same day. Who knows? Check the channel. Cheers.